So every single CS student that I know is grinding leak code, fighting for the same 200 software engineering spots at Apple, getting rejected, and then just giving up. Meanwhile, there's a completely different door into Apple that almost nobody is walking through. It's called test automation engineering, and it falls under QA. And here's the part that will make you feel crazy. It pays six figures. It is significantly less competition than traditional software engineering roles, and Apple has been one of the most layoff resistant companies in big tech. And once you're inside, you can pivot to software engineering or anything else you want to do. So in this video, I'm going to tell you everything about this path right now because I genuinely cannot believe how many people are sleeping on it. So I did a test automation engineer internship, and right now I'm applying for those full-time offers as well, and I'm literally getting interview after interview um, for these roles, and there's like zero to no competition for these types of roles. Now, when most people hear about QA, they think someone that just clicks around an app looking for bugs, but that's not what it is. Test automation engineers write real code. You're building automated testing frameworks, writing scripts that run thousands of checks on software before it ships, and making sure that when Apple releases an update to iOS or macOS or iPad OS or any of their other products, it does not break for millions and even billions, I want to say, of users. Now, this is actual software engineering work. It's just, less work of you developing a specific software, but it's more so software engineering. Now you're writing Python, Swift, or whatever the team uses. Mostly at Apple, I've seen Python, Swift, and Objective-C being used the most in this area. You're integrating with CI and CD pipelines, and you're reviewing code. The difference is that your output is test code rather than product code. And that distinction is what most students use to incorrectly write off the entire field. The people writing you off for considering QA are the same people getting rejected from every software engineering application and not doing anything about it. So I'm going to tell you why Apple specifically is the move. So most of you guys know this, but I'm just going to go through it here really quickly here. So the first point is Apple's layoff record. While Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft have all gone through significant rounds of layoffs over the past 2 years, especially Amazon. Like the other week, I saw 16,000 people laid off. That's insane. Like this cannot be normal, right? Is this even legal? But Apple has been notably disciplined about headcount. They hire slower, but they do cut less. So for a new grad trying to build a scalable foundation, that matters a lot. Number two is the competition gap is real. When a software engineering role at Apple opens, it gets thousands and hundreds and thousands of application within days and even hours. But QA and test automation roles at the same company get a fraction of that volume. Same company, same compensation brand, dramatically lower competition. That asymmetry is the opportunity. Point number three, the compensation is not a downgrade. It's not what you're thinking. Software engineers, like traditional software engineers, do get paid a little bit more, but it's not that much. If I'm being honest, it's not that much at all. Maybe the pay gap from what I've seen, the numbers that I've seen is around 30K. And if I'm going to be honest with you, for a new grad job, 30K difference being a software engineer versus a test automation engineer, I would take that, especially at a company like Apple. Test automation engineers earn competitive six-figure salaries as a new grad level as well. Now, this is not a consolation prize role. The total compensation, including stock and benefits, is the same tier as other engineering positions. It's just a little bit less. So you can also pivot from it. So I hear you. when you say that you want a software engineering position, not to be in QA. I totally hear you. And here's the thing, getting into Apple as a test automation engineer and then transferring internally to a software engineering role is a real and documented path. It's a lot easier. Internal transfers at big tech companies are significantly easier than external applications because you already have the network, you already have the performance reviews. You already proved that you can operate at that level. You are not locked out, but rather locked in, right? You are getting your foot in the door. So think about it like an internship. You take the role that gets you in, you perform, you build relationships, and then you position yourself for the next move. The students who wait for the perfect software engineer offer and never get it are still on the outside, but you could already be inside. Now, what you actually need to get this role. So there are a few things that you need, okay? First of all is programming fundamentals. You need to be able to write clean code. Python is the most common language in test automation. So if you can write functions, loops, classes, and work with APIs, you're already close to qualified. Um, with the lead code problems, I kid you not, bro. The lead code problems that you get for test automation are literally string manipulation problems. It's not that hard at all, in my opinion. Number two is you need basic understanding of testing concepts. So like learn what unit tests are, integration tests, end-to-end tests, smoke testing, regression testing, all of that, and understand the difference between manual and automated testing. This is just one afternoon of you just watching YouTube and reading some documentation, not a semester of coursework. Number three is you need familiarity with at least one testing framework, either Selenium, PyTest, or XCTest for Apple specifically. Pick one, build a project using it, and then put it on your resume and GitHub. That keyword or those keywords alone will put you ahead of most applicants. Number four, a resume that positions you correctly. Do not submit your software engineering resume to a QA role. You want to tailor it. You want to pull forward any testing, debugging, or quality related experience that you have. And even if it is from like a class project, you can use it using the XYZ bullet format with real numbers that we talk about on this channel. Now, how to actually apply. So you literally just go to Google, or I said Google, I meant Apple's career page right now, and search test automation engineer or software quality engineer. You'll find those open roles. You'll use the GitHub internship list or JobRite AI as well, because those aggregate postings from Apple and big tech companies are all in one place. But I highly recommend you go to apple.com/careers. That's where it gets posted. Like you'll see postings like every single day to every other day. You want to set up alerts so that you're notified the moment something drops. And then you want to apply through Handshake too if you are still in school. Because Apple does recruit there for early career roles as well. So there's an organization within Apple called ISNT. They usually hire for those early career positions, but those are for software engineering. Rather, you want to aim for like we were talking about, right? The automation engineer, the software quality engineer, those types of roles. Most people watching this will think that sounds interesting and then go back to applying for the same software engineering roles and keep getting the same results. The ones who actually act on this information are the ones who do actually end up inside of Apple while everyone else is waiting on the outside looking in. Be the second type of person. Now, to ask you a question here, have you ever considered QA or test automation as a path into big tech, or is this the first time you're hearing about this? Drop your answer in the comments, and I really want to know how many people actually knew that this was an option. In the next video, I'll break down exactly how to prep for a QA interview at a big tech company, including the specific questions they ask and how to answer them. Subscribe so you don't miss it, because that one is going to be very, very detailed. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like the video if you really, really enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.